What's up, my Essential Units? It's Essential Man here, so back again with another classic Survivor Series pay-per-view review. We're getting close to the 10-year anniversary of a Survivor Series pay-per-view I'm going to review right now. That is Survivor Series 2012 at the Life Bankers Fieldhouse, or the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, on the 18th of November 2012. The attendance of the show was 8,500. Survivor Series 2012 received about 212,000 pay-per-view buys, a slight downgrade than the 2011 Survivor Series pay-per-view buy rate. The main event of that show was Austin Truth versus John Cena and Rock. The motto is never before, never again. It was at MSG. You had Randy Orton's Survivor Series streak broken in the Survivor Series match between Team Orton versus Team Barrett. Plus, CM Punk defeat Alberto Del Rio to win his second WWE Championship, kick off his lengthy reign as the WWE Champion. So let's fast forward 1 year. And by the way, Survivor Series 2011 received about 281,000 pay-per-view buys, forgot to mention it. So yeah, it's all about CM Punk's lengthy reign because he won the title at Survivor Series the previous year in 2011. He held the belt for 1 whole year. I'll get more into that when I get to the main event. So anyway, the commentators for the show are Michael Cole, JBL, and Jerry the King Lawler. This is Lawler's first pay-per-view appearance since the heart attack, because he sustained a heart attack on the Go Home Raw before Night of Champions of that year. And that's another topic for another time. I want to talk about it in this video. So I'm going to do a quick result in the pre-show. The pre-show match, this is a tag team match. We got 3MB, Heath Slater, and the two future WWE champions, Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre. They're taking on Team Cobra. That's the team of Santino Marella and Zack Ryder, the future Matt Cardona. By the way, Matt Cardona is actually, I think it's Zack Ryder's actual real name. So the two members represent 3MB in this match was Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater. The match was very flat. I don't really give a shit about 3MB. That's just a jobber faction. Yeah, this is a PG version of the Job Squad. That's another topic for another time. Try to keep it short and simple. In the end, Mahal hit Zack Ryder with a full Nelson powerbomb, or the full Nelson bomb for the win. Yeah, they give 3MB a winning streak. It never went anywhere. It's not like they're gonna win the tag team titles. Thank God they never won the tag team belts. I think they end up breaking up that group in 2014 because Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal ended up getting released from the company. Yeah, they came back, years later, and they end up becoming WWE champions. Was it Mahal in 2017? Drew McIntyre, he ended up becoming a 2-time WWE champion in the year of 2020. That's another story for another time. So the first match to kick off the main show of Survivor Series 2012. This is the first 5-on-5 elimination Survivor Series match. This is kind of like throwaway. We got Team Brodus Clay versus Team Tensai. The team represent Team Brodus Clay. We got Brodus Clay. You got Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. And I think, Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. I'm trying to remember who's in that team. And representing Team Tensai, we got Lord Tensai, or just Tensai at this moment in time. It was like Tensai. You got Primo and Epico, former WWE Tag Team Champions, and the Primetime Players. It was a decent Survivor Series match, not an all-time classic. There have been better ones in the past, but anyway, another story for another time. I don't want to get into full details. There've been better ones in the past, and slight better ones in the future. I'm guessing. It was like they got 18 minutes. The first person got eliminated was Brodus Clay. Got eliminated by Tensai with the running senton. Tensai got like the Albert chance because he used to be Albert in the Attitude Era. in his first, I think it was first run in the company, and then A-Train, and the reason why he's Japanese because he wrestled in Japan, before he returned to the company in 2012. I think it was the Raw after WrestleMania 28. So anyway, Tensai eliminated Brodus Clay. Then Tensai got eliminated by Justin Gabriel. His nickname was the Cape Town Werewolf. That was a cool nickname. The Cape Town Werewolf. Wow. Anyway, Gabriel eliminated Tensai. So Tensai eliminated Justin Gabriel. I think Gabriel also eliminated Titus O'Neil. Jesus Christ, still in the company. Stupid fucking that. Oh my god, that dog bark is stupid, man. I don't want to get into it. And then who got eliminated? Who eliminated Darren Young? I think it was Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio eliminated. I think it was Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio was the MVP of this. No, I think Epico also got eliminated by Tyson Kidd, and I think Kidd also eliminated I think it was Kidd or Gabriel eliminated Primo as well. So in the end, the baby faces, hit like high flying moves onto Darren Young after Rey Mysterio hit the 619. Actually, Gabriel didn't hit the finisher. His finisher was the 450 splash, but he did some kind of high fly moves, same as Tyson Kidd. I think Sin Cara hit like his splash, and no, I think he hit a move. I think he hit a move off the top rope as well. I'm trying to remember, folks. I think Ray actually hit the frog splash off the top rope for the win. So the sole survivors are Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Justin Gabriel, and Tyson Kidd to eliminate Team Tensai to win the first Survivor Series match of the show. So it was a good Survivor Series match, like I said. The whole stuff with Tensai and Brodus Clay, this has led up to the Tons of Funk. That was the start of 2013. Tensai's name will become Sweet Tea, and I think it was Jason Albert when he was a commentator in NXT. Another story for another time. So yeah, it was a good Survivor Series match. I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be filler because Primo and Epico. It's really how fallen that tag team, be. In the start of the year, there were WWE. I think it's been a year since they've been formed as a tag team because in 2000, because in the start of 2012, they defeat Air Boom to become the WWE Tag Team Champions. Then they're in this partnership with AEW, that's Abraham Washington, and he was gone from the company, so they kind of floundered. The Primetime Players, they're kind of feuding with at the time Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. I'm guessing with Gabriel and Slater, Gabriel and Kidd. I think they're feuding with Primo and Epico. I think. Yeah. I think that it was thrown together in the last minute. There's no stakes. That's the problem with Survivor Series matches. Over the years, not all, but some of these Survivor Series matches over the years, there was no stakes, nothing on the line. But anyway, so it was, like I said, decent match to kick off the pay-per-view. Afterwards, the show kind of slowly gone down a bit. So the next match, this is for the Divas Championship. Eve Torres defending the belt against Caitlyn. So it had a storyline because in September, Caitlyn supposed to face Layla for the Divas title at Night of Champions in September. Unfortunately, someone attacked her, so Eve Torres took her place. I say fulfill, but I meant took her place. So Eve went on to win the Divas title on the show, and speculation that Eve is the one who attacked Caitlyn. So there's one segment on this before the match. You had Caitlyn is almost got attacked by Oksana with a wig. So Caitlyn beat her and beat her down to avoid getting attacked, and also Eve being being plain old innocence. My apologies, being I never playing the victim. I never done this. Innocence, I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast, man. I'm trying to get my word out. She was trying to be innocent, and Caitlyn's not falling for it. She pushed Eve to the ground. So let's talk about this match. Sucked. you know, it just sucked. It was, I think it was falling flat for me. Caitlyn was improving. You know, she's never, you know, she's not like a ring general. You could tell she was improving, but you know, it was not really that good of a match. You know, it wasn't sloppy or botchy. It was just filler, to be honest. No one gives a crap. I know it's got like a storyline going into it, but it's just very falling flat for me. So I'm trying to keep it short and simple. So yeah, Eve was like turning on the waterworks, and like Caitlyn's not. By the way, Caitlyn's real name is Celeste Bonin. By the way, Caitlyn's not like fulfill really like putting over like like filling falling over falling into Eve's BS. I'm trying to speaking too fast. Try not falling for Eve's BS. Sorry, I'm trying speaking too fast. By the way, it's getting late, man. But she hit Eve with her finisher. I think it was a double knees like gut knees to the gut finisher that Eve kicked out for that. She ended up like they're gonna end up changing her finisher with the spear. That'll be in what 2013. I'll get more of that shortly. In the end, Eve got the victory. Hits Eve with the swinging net breaker for the win. I think it was. I think in the autumn period around October time. Eve made Caitlyn tap out with a leg submission hold because everyone knows Eve trained. She trained Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. But anyway, so it was okay. It was very mediocre as best. This is set up the rematch. Months later at Raw 20. Caitlyn went on to win the Divas Championship for the one and only time in her hometown of Houston, Texas, against Eve Torres to win the Divas Championship. And I think this is Eve Torres' second to last. I think it was second to last pay-per-view match before she retired and get released. Yeah, she came back years later, but that was a non-wrestling capacity. That was that Raw Legend show in 2019, I think. But I hope she come back one day because she's in good shape. Eve is very underrated in my opinion. Because she's a good talker. She's good in the ring. There'll be more challenges for her because they got talented women on that roster right now compared to 10 years prior. Or 10 years earlier, my apologies. So, yeah, it was just blah. Let's move on to the next match. So, the next match, this is for the United States Championship. Antonio Cesaro. This is before they end up shortening his name to Cesaro. Right now, he's using his real name. I think his real name, it's Claudio Castagnoli in AEW. Defended the United States title against R-Truth. So, wow, R-Truth falling in the last 1 year. Because at the previous year Survivor Series, he's main event a Survivor Series for the one and only time. Teaming up with The Miz against John Cena and The Rock. And fast forward 1 year later, he's just in the undercard. So anyway, so Cesaro is in the middle of his one and only United States Championship reign. Won the title against Santino Marella at SummerSlam. I think it was at the pre-show, but not on the main show. So Cesaro's character as the United States champion, he's the anti-American champion. He's basically in this he cut a promo, says America's celebrating a holiday. It makes no sense. Thanksgiving. What America's thankful for? Weaker economy. Was it deteriorating concepts and high rate of overweight. The only thing America is thankful is me becoming the United States champion. In his own reign as the U.S. champion, Cesaro says, "I'm your United States champion," but at the same time, he's just bashing America. I think his character looked weak. Because he's supposed to be he's a foreigner. He's from Switzerland. It'd be really good if they it's not on the same level as Rusev's anti-American gimmick. 2 years later, that was more better because they got more bites off their promos. Because Lana referencing Edward Snowden and teasing them they're gonna pull down the American flag. So. Anyway, so the match between R-Truth and Cesaro, this was filler as well. I think it's weaker than the Divas title match. No, there's no build to be honest. Anyway, it was blah. In the end, Cesaro hits R-Truth with the neutralizer, his finisher, to win to retain the United States title. It's just what it is, man. I don't think he used the neutralizer in AEW. I don't really. So far, I haven't paid attention of as Claudio Castagnoli's running AEW. Don't know if he's actually still used the neutralizer, and I don't know. So it's just like his match was blah, no build to it, and let's move on to the next match. So before we get to that, there's one segment I'm going to talk about. It's between AJ Lee and Vicky Guerrero. This is a power struggle because I'm talking about AJ Lee, not AJ Styles, because at the time AJ Styles was in TNA, AJ Lee was on WWE. Anyway, so AJ was the Raw GM, but she was ousted because of this situation, this controversial stuff, because she had this John Cena incident. That's a little bullshit. So they made Vince made Vicky Guerrero as the Raw supervisor. I don't understand why they did that. Why just call her the Raw GM? So it's just like completely filler. Actually, a little bit. Basically AJ called Vicky a witch, and showing pictures of Vicky Guerrero, eating burrito with Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer Ricardo Rodriguez, eating barbecue ribs with Jim Ross. I know it's photocopied, but yeah, it's kind of funny, and showing her swimming suit towards Brodus Clay, I think. Anyway, and then she got attacked by Tamina. This whole stuff with John Cena incident and Tamina didn't went anywhere because for one, AJ turned heel. The storyline was ended immediately. It didn't make no sense, and also AJ and Tamina end up like teaming up because during AJ's reign as the Divas champion the following year in 2013. So that was all for nothing. And like I said, why just like save it on a weekly wrestling show? Doing a segment on a pay-per-view. I said it many times. Just never worked. It just come across a segment you probably watch on Raw or SmackDown, because at the time the brand extension was officially over until 2016, by the way. But it's just killing time on the pay-per-view. So that was it. So. So the next match, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Big Show defending the belt against Sheamus. Big Show defeats Sheamus at Hell in a Cell to win the world title, because at the time during like that run, leading up to Hell in a Cell, mentioned Big Show's first title reign was short because he defeated Mark Henry at TLC 2011 to win the world title before Daniel Bryan cashing on the Big Show to win the world title. Go watch my review of TLC 2011 for more information. So anyway, so like I said, Big Show defeats Sheamus for the world title at Hell in a Cell the previous month. So this is the second match of the rivalry. The build up to this is basically Big Show being down Sheamus' best friend, William Regal, to get some heat. And I think on the Go Home SmackDown, they fight in a parking lot brawl. That was good, to be honest. Not an all-time classic parking lot brawl, but it was still fun. Speculation believing that Sheamus could win back the world title. The match was okay for what it is. Wasn't an all-time like classic. It's not on the same level as their first match. I think that first match at Hell in a Cell was good between Sheamus and Big Show. Anyway, so the match was okay. It was starting to be a little boring a bit, but I think Sheamus kind of brought the crowd up a bit again when Sheamus hit Sheamus with Sheamus hit Big Show with the electric chair spot. Sorry, it's getting lame. It's getting late. I'm speaking too fast. Boom, boom, all over the place. So yeah, Sheamus hit Big Show with the electric chair spot to light it. It's really waking the fans up a bit, and then he hits hit Big Show with the white noise. Sheamus is freakily strong. That was like it got a good pop. Seeing like Sheamus, who's 6-4, 6-3, picking up the 7-4 something Big Show with the white noise, with that finisher. It's not really a finisher. It was a, I think it's a new move for Sheamus. I don't think he does it. I think he does it sometimes, but his main finisher is the bro kick. So when Sheamus is when Big Show trying to hit Sheamus with the choke slam, Sheamus got out of the way, hit the white noise for a near. I think it was for a near fall. Trying to get let's get to the end of this. So in the end, Big Show. I think Big Show was going for Sheamus was going for the bro kick. On to the Big Show. Big Show managed to pull on using Scott Armstrong as Scott Armstrong is the referee, by the way. I think he's one of the brothers of the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Anyway, so he tried to use Scott Armstrong as a shield, and Sheamus accidentally hit Scott Armstrong, the referee, by mistake. Then the referee and medical team trying to get, basically give Scott Armstrong some medical treatment. In the end, Big Show knocked out Sheamus to pin Sheamus to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Unfortunately, the decision overruled. The referee, what's his name? John Crone, I think that's his name. He informed the ring announcer, Justin Roberts, that Big Show got disqualified because he's the one who pulled on the referee, Scott Armstrong. Big Show got pissed off. He had to go with the referee. He said, "This is the world title, you dumbass." So what kind of bullshit is this? When I saw it for the first time, they kind of bleeped out or silent out Big Show swearing. But when I watched it on the network, they kind of like silent it a bit. There's nothing, there's no one in the ring, there's no bell in the ring. What are you talking about? So yeah, and afterwards, Sheamus attacked Big Show with the chair multiple times. Big Show's pleading for help. He said, "I'm sorry," and then Sheamus shouted, "You pathetic." Instead of hitting Big Show in the head with the chair, because at the time they banned the chair shot to the head. They haven't done it ever since Undertaker Triple H match at WrestleMania in 2011. I think they're still doing it in AEW. I think I'm not too sure. So yeah, Sheamus hit Big Show with the bro kick to end it. This is set up the blow off the rubber match at TLC in a chairs match that Big Show won, and Big Show went on to drop the world title to Alberto Del Rio, a babyface Alberto Del Rio, in I think it was the first SmackDown or the second SmackDown. I think it was the first SmackDown of 2013. I think it's been a long time, by the way. My memory is a bit fuzzy or fossil, same thing. So yeah, it was an okay match. Wasn't anything bad, like cringeworthy, but it wasn't going to be like a 4-star classic. I give it just 2 stars. So moving on to the second 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. This is Team Foley versus Team Ziggler. Represent Team Foley. We got Mick Foley. Team Hell No. At the time, they were the WWE Tag Team Champions. Team Hell No are Daniel Bryan, right now Bryan Danielson in AEW, and Kane, the future Mayor of Knoxville, Kofi Kingston, and The Miz as a babyface. We'll get to more of that a little bit later on. So represent Team Ziggler. We got Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow, one half of Team Rhodes Scholars, David Otunga. We'll get to that shortly. Wade Barrett and Alberto Del Rio. So originally it was supposed to be Cody Rhodes in this match. Unfortunately, on the Go Home main event, that's that crappy show on Wednesday nights, it didn't went anywhere. They had Team Hell No and Team Rhodes Scholars had a tag team match because I think they were feuding over the tag team championships because Team Hell No were in the middle of their first and only reigns as the tag team champions. Kane hit Cody with a back body drop. He injured his shoulder, and it led up to it set up the Cody with the mustache gimmick. You get the whole Cody mustache chant. So David Otunga was not so good replacement fulfilling for Cody Rhodes. So he's got a lot of TV time. In 2012, he was John Laurinaitis' assistant, something like that. And then he was in this middle feud between Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. They did this whole thing with Sheamus is Sheamus's bro kick is banned. You know, I don't get it. He took so many TV time for David Otunga. Right now, recently, because he's been in 2 episodes of the She-Hulk show on Disney Plus. So anyway, I think he was a former actor. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Miz as a babyface for whatever reason. I don't know why he turned babyface. It's not like someone attacked him and also, yep, he's a babyface. No, I think he got that respect because he was feuding with Kofi Kingston over the Intercontinental Championship. I think he got that respect because he fought Kofi in that. I think it was a 2-on-3 pinfall match. I think it was on SmackDown or Raw. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So this is I think this show was Wade Barrett's first pay-per-view match since Elimination Chamber in February because he took some time off due to injury. He came back with a new look. He grew a bit, facial hair. He ended up introduced his new finisher. It's called the Bull Hammer Elbow, and yeah, I think I'm not too sure. So, and Orin and Del Rio were feuding. Anyway, so the match was good. It was good for what it is. The first person I was a bit slightly pissed off. The first person that got eliminated was Damien Sandow. He got eliminated by Kane with the chokeslam. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan. It was at this moment in time, Bryan's gimmick, with Kane, Team Hell No. He was a tweener. He's a tweener leaning heel. He turned proper babyface the following year in 2013 when he was in the WWE title picture. So another story for another time. So him and Kane argue. They're pushing each other, and Kane got eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. And at the time, Dolph Ziggler was Mr. Money in the Bank. I've got to mention this because he won the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank in July of that year. I'll get more about Dolph Ziggler in the end of this match. So Ziggler eliminated Kane. Then the third person got eliminated was Kofi Kingston. Got eliminated by Wade Barrett. I like Wade Barrett more than Bad News Barrett. The Bad News. I hate that Bad News Barrett gimmick. It was stupid. It was cheesy. It was over the top and cartoonish. I'm afraid I got some bad news. I hate that gimmick. I prefer him as Wade Barrett. Anyway, so Wade Barrett eliminated Kofi Kingston with the Bull Hammer Elbow. That led up to Barrett capturing the Intercontinental Championship in January of 2013, 2 months later. So he eliminated Kofi Kingston. So the third person got eliminated was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan got eliminated by Alberto Del Rio. He eliminated. Del Rio made Bryan tapped out with the cross-arm breaker. I think he defeated Bryan a few weeks ago before this match at Survivor Series on SmackDown. I think it was October or November. My memory's a bit fuzzy. It's been a long time. So who got eliminated? I think Orton eliminated Barrett. I think. Miz got eliminated by Alberto Del Rio. I think it was an Izagiri kick to the back of the head onto the corner. Then I think Orton eliminated Wade Barrett to make it 2-on-1. Yeah, Mick Foley had no business. I'll get to the reason why it was supposed to be. They changed the team. I'll get to more shortly. I'm trying to. I'm trying to explain. So yeah, Foley locked in, put on Mr. Socko and lock in the mandible claws onto Ricardo Rodriguez. I'm trying to remember who. Orton eliminated Del Rio, and then Ziggler hit the super kick. Orton was going for the punt kick, but Ziggler hit the super kick onto Randy Orton to win this match and become the sole survivor of the Survivor Series match. So here's the reason. Originally it was supposed to be Team CM Punk versus Team Ryback. This is during the rivalry between CM Punk and Ryback. I'll get to the main event a little bit shortly, but unfortunately they kind of changed plans. So they have Team Foley and Team Ziggler instead. Foley had no business in this match because he's not even wrestling. His final match was he competed in that 2012 Royal Rumble match in January of that year, so that was his final match. Originally was supposed to face Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. Unfortunately, he was unable to cleared to compete, so it's just what it is. So anyway, so Ziggler winning, man. Ziggler was on cloud nine, because in the start of the year he was in the WWE title picture. In the start of the year, at the Royal Rumble, and then in the Raw Elimination Chamber match, and then in the summer he won the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, the blue briefcase at the time. Then he self-proclaimed retired Chris Jericho, but in reality he's taking time off. He came back at the 2013 Royal Rumble match, 2 months later, so he was on cloud nine. It's a shame how Ziggler 10 years ago compared to right now, he was falling for grace, man. It has to do with his gimmick currently, because he's like he's a Shawn Michaels ripoff, because he's doing the super kicks. He's wearing the cowboy hat like Shawn Michaels. It's just like yeah, it was a falling for grace, man, over the years. It's another story for another time. Compared to like 10 years ago, he's gonna be like the next top star in the company. He's got a good look. He's got a good moveset. I like the show-off gimmick. Unfortunately, yeah, they dropped the ball. If they didn't, I think that face turn he did in 2013 was officially the kiss of death. I mean, Ziggler as a heel was way better. He plays the role pretty well. So Ziggler, Del Rio and Orton had that blow-off match. I think it was a 2-on-4 pinfall match on Raw to end the rivalry, and they never fought ever again, because Del Rio ended up like getting released, coming back, released again. The stuff with Paige in 2017, GFW, and that's it. So, and also almost almost in jail for what he did to I think it was Paige or some kind of woman or former wife or something. I'm not too sure on it. So that's my 2 cents on it. So I don't really call it match of the night. It was good. Like, I think it's a bit better than the opener, the first Survivor Series match of the show. But I think this was good, because I think it was a little better, because you got wrestlers who kind of give a fuck, kind of cared, compared to wrestlers who don't really care in the opener. So it's just what it is. So I think it was good, but not an all-time classic Survivor Series match. Been better ones in the past. So moving on to the main event. This is a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. CM Punk still in his 1-year reign as the WWE Champion, defending the belt against John Cena and Ryback, like I said, at the previous year's Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden, defeat Alberto Del Rio to win his second and last WWE Championship in his first and only run in the company. And for the whole bulk of 2012, he never dropped the title, because he had a feud with Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan, and in this middle, John Cena, Big Show, and still in this new rivalry with Ryback, at Hell in a Cell. They had the Hell in a Cell match. CM Punk won this match via controversial. You got the debut of Brad Maddox as the referee. So it ended Ryback's undefeated streak. So originally was supposed to be like I said, it was supposed to be Team Punk versus Team Ryback, I think, or Team Foley as Ryback as the captain of Team Foley. Unfortunately, they changed plans in the last minute. They kind of put I think it's storyline purposes, putting Punk in a triple threat match against John Cena and Ryback, the two guys that Punk beat to retain the championship. Because because Punk defeats Cena to retain the WWE Championship at Night Champions in September of that year, and they supposedly had the match at Hell in a Cell. Unfortunately, Cena suffered an elbow injury, so Ryback filling in for John Cena. So anyway, this was fun. I like this match. It was really good. Yeah, this is Indiana. It's not really a hostile environment for Cena. There are a lot of "Let's go Cena sucks" chants that were booing Cena. Some parts of the match, it was like the baby faces, Cena and Ryback ganging up on CM Punk. And then, I think the first half of the match was between Cena and Ryback. It was the first time they ever fought before their rivalry in 2013. Another story for another time. It was really good, a really fun match. I feel like, one more of the match, Ryback. I think Cena trying to make Ryback tap out with the STF, and Punk trying to hit the diving elbow off the top rope to break up the submission hold by Cena on Ryback. So I think Punk and Cena put Ryback through the announce table. It led up to Cena and Punk fight for a bit. Cena kicked out of the GTS. That's the go to sleep, by the way. And Punk kicked out the attitude adjustment. It was really good. Every time Cena trying to do the whole, set up the 5-knuckle shuffle. And fans booing John Cena because don't like John Cena. Anyway, so I think he locked CM Punk with the STF. At this moment in time, Punk and Cena, their rivalry is lost its oof because they had so many matches, in the period between 2011 and 2012. They had the first match in of January of 2011. Their second match was at the tag team match. That was I can't remember. That was in April or May. That was during the rivalry between John Cena and R-Truth, by the way. They had that epic Money in the Bank match at Money in the Bank match in 2011. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast. I'm stunned. I'm speaking too fast. It's getting late, by the way. They had that epic match at Money in the Bank in 2011 in CM Punk's hometown of Chicago. Then they had that unification match at SummerSlam the following month. They had the 4 on Raw. This was who faced Del Rio at Night of Champions of 2011. And then they fight at Raw 1000. And now they fought at SummerSlam for Night of Champions 2012. He had so many matches, man. If it kind of already seen it at this moment in time, that's the reason it lost its oof a bit. And they had the final match at, I think it was February of 2013. Yeah, it's, who faced The Rock at WrestleMania 29. Anyway, let's get back to this match, by the way. So, I think Ryback hit Punk with the shell shock. Cena broke out the near fall after Ryback hit the shell shock. I think he hit Punk with the meat hook clothesline. You can tell Ryback was getting over. Fans chanting, "Feed me more, feed me more." It's a shame. I think Ryback is he's marketable. He could be the next, top star, but unfortunately, politics hold him down. Anyway, so he hit Cena with the shell shock, and then he thought he's gonna win the WWE Championship. Out comes 3 Men in Black, beating down Ryback, and that's at the time the first NXT champion Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, the future Jon Moxley, and the future multiple-time WWE and Universal Champion Roman Reigns, the future Tribal Chief, and our current product. Beat down Ryback and hit Ryback with the triple powerbomb. This is setting up, one of the best. I think it's the last good or great WWE factions they ever had until the bloodline of right now. So anyway, Punk pins Cena to retain the WWE Championship. Means he retains the title for 1 whole year. So it was really good. I think the triple threat match, I'm going to say triple threat match was good. I think it was the match of the night. Seeing the Shield debut add to it. People thought Punk's going to lose the title on this show. So I can understand why, because Punk's going to face The Rock at the Royal Rumble in January. You don't have him lose. That's the headline match. But at the same time, Cena, who wants to see Cena winning the title? I'm glad to have Cena, going chase mode to chasing after the WWE Championships, in 2012. He never won it. It's the first time that Cena not won the WWE title in a calendar year since 2008. He won the title in 2009, 2010, and 2011. He won't win it until being The Rock at WrestleMania 29. Another story for another time. So this is the start of the rivalry between Ryback and the Shield. Originally they were supposed to have that TLC match at TLC the following month. Unfortunately, Punk got hurt, so they had this tag team TLC match. Ryback, Team Hell No versus The Shield. That was The Shield's first pay-per-view match as a faction. And then Ryback, lost the rematch to CM Punk on a Raw. I think it was Raw, the first Raw of 2013, and he never got once, never the. He ended up like this was the beginning and the end of Ryback as we know it. It's a damn shame. Ryback was getting over. He is never known for his wrestling, but he's there. He's got that markable presence. He's got that Goldberg presence. He's come down to the ring and kick ass. So Cena ended up feuding with Ziggler at the end of the year, and then led up to an AJ Lee heel turn. And Punk went on to hold on the belt until losing to The Rock at the Royal Rumble in the start of the next year. That's 2013, folks. Anyway, my final rating for Survivor Series 2012, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. I thought going into this is going to be a very forgettable Survivor Series show. No, I think this is a fun, decent Survivor Series pay-per-view. Similar to 2008 show, but a bit better, The only two matches in the bag for me has to be the Divas title match between Eve Torres and Caitlyn, and the United States title match between Cesaro and R-Truth. The only thing in the okay has to be the Big Show Sheamus match. It's just setting up the chairs match at TLC. But you had some good. You had the two Survivor Series matches are good. They're not all-time classic Survivor Series matches, but they were fun to watch. And also I like the triple threat match between Punk, Cena, and Ryback, and plus the debut of the Shield. They went on to become big stars of the rest of the decade, known as the 2010s. So I suggest watching Survivor Series 2012 for the debut of the Shield, and also the Survivor Series, two Survivor Series matches, plus the triple threat match. So, and also the AJ Vicky segment, I skipped that. Save it on a weekly TV show. So, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my review of Survivor Series 2012. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that button. Click the like, click the bell. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. Next time, let's review a classic Survivor Series pay-per-view going back to the 90s. Wow. This month marks the 25th anniversary of a Survivor Series I'm going to review next time. This is an infamous Survivor Series show with a match with a controversial ending change. WWE or WWF forever. And it's in Canada, by the way. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Survivor Series 1997 Game Rules. So this is Central Man officially signing out. And that's my review of Survivor Series 2012. I give it a slightly thumbs up.